Mariners fans, hope everyone's doing well. How are we? I'm back with another preview. This time we are previewing Grimsby versus Sutton. Hopefully it won't be as wet as it was last Tuesday. I could not believe how wet it had gotten. Well, it was all right because I had the poncho on. I was covered from head to toe in all kinds of different things. All I needed someone to go was hi ho silver or hey there sailor, something like that. I was. I'll tell you what, driving back, just getting back to my car, my eyes were burning from being hit by the rain. I just couldn't see where I was going. It was not as bad as the Macclesfield time, but it was quite bad, and I think they made the right choice in calling the game off against Carlisle. But we're not here to talk about Carlisle, we're here to talk about Sutton. Now, this preview is going to be slightly different because we've never come up against Sutton. So we've got no head-to-head information or anything. But what I can tell you about Sutton is that this is their second season in the EFL. I'm sure a lot of you know this anyway, but the second season they've had in the EFL. They're a good little side. They've proved a lot of people wrong. When they won the National League 2 seasons ago, they were the ones that nobody expected, and you've got to admit that their manager their fans must be living an absolute dream, and solidly mid-table, doing 16th right now. So they're going to be, they're just ahead of us, in fact. So it's 16th place, 17th. And the way I look at it is, again, it's a team that you're thinking, well, we're a bigger club than them, and the win for them would mean a lot more for them than it would do for us. Well, look at it. We have to take that out and strip it back and say no. They're on our level, same as we're on theirs. They deserve to be in League Two. They earned their stripes last year. I think the second year is always most important. So I think Sutton will be fine. They play some fantastic football. They pass the ball around well. They know the jobs and we've got to look out for a Omar. And no, I do not mean Omar Bogle. I mean Omar Bouguil, who is their main talisman. He did well when he played for them in the National League, and Bouguil is a good, strong non-league striker. Obviously trying to make his name in the Football League with Sutton. I think they've got a togetherness that I think a club like Sutton need, and I do think they're going to be a danger. They're definitely not going to come in and think that they can't get anything, So I'm looking forward to the tussle with Sutton United. It should be quite an interesting game and interesting fixture, but we shall see. In regards to the Mariners, was sort of where we were in regards to injuries, as Paul Hurst's pre-match was mentioned. We're pretty much the same as no other injury concerns. Obviously, Orsi is still out, which is a shame. We're still looking to see him put on there. Otis Khan, they're the two that are still out the longest, unfortunately. But if there's one player that I think this game might thrive for, is Bryn Morris, who I know a lot of Mariners fans are really liking Bryn at the moment. And again, that just shows Paul Hurst's recruitment. We've also got Brendan Keenan, which I like. and I know a lot of Mariners fans alongside. I believe he's fully recovered from his knee problem, at least to the point where hopefully he starts, because obviously he can't play next weekend as we go to his parent club Walsall next weekend. So I hope Brendan starts this weekend. You know, I think the back four is pretty much set, really, isn't it? And Amos has come in, and my God, is he doing a good job? And I don't know about you, Mariners fans, because I believe this myself. Max Crocombe, I want to give Max a little bit of a shout out and a little bit of a credit here. His command of his box, I love it. Coming out for crosses and not afraid to get in there and getting a punch on the ball when needed. And his handling is good. I think Max hasn't been given the credit so far. When you look at what has passed him, a great shot by Leighton Orient and not much else really, and obviously a penalty. When you look at generally, I feel confident with Max in goal there. Do we need another goalie? Yeah, I think we do. Obviously, just for that extra competition for him. But we seem to be all okay, at least from midweek and last weekend. So that's great to see, and it's great to know that Paul has so much belief in a lot of the players, which we all know anyway. But it's good to hear. Apparently, Evan Corey is the one that's been unlucky right now. The young lad, the young midfielder, just to everyone else doing so well. So I'm looking forward to this. But Sutton, tough opponents. We can't take them lightly. And as I've already said, with their manager, they're taking it as though, they belong here. And at the moment, league-wise, especially last year when they finished 8th, you can't say that they don't. So, this is going to be a tough tussle for the Mariners. And whether... do you think Ryan Taylor should start up front? My take on is, I think he's got to, because really he's our only real out-and-out striker that we've got fit. But would you start Peppel on Saturday? That's the question, man. Would you start Bim Peppel? Would you start him? I would, because I'd like to see him obviously in league action, probably in that John McAtee role. I know people, but I think he'd be good to at least give him a shot. And what would your formation be? Mine would be probably maybe something like 4-4-1-1 would be with Ryan Taylor and probably Peppel just behind him with a midfield 4 and maybe 4 at the back, the 2 wing backs like a Fete and Amos going, and probably bring Maguire Druin in that 4. I've got a feeling though Paul likes his back 3, which I think is probably what he'll play again, possibly back 3. But I'd probably look at going 4-4-1-1. What are you guys' opinions on that? What would your team be for this coming weekend? And what would your formation be if you were Paul? What would you say to go for? And just before we finish this preview, I'll tell you about my prediction for the game. I'm going for a 2-0 win for the Mariners. I think I've always had this belief. I trust us against anybody at home. And I believe we can beat anybody at home. But I think it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tight game. And I think that if I had to pick 2 goal scorers, I'm going to go for Ryan Taylor, and I'm going to go for Brendan Keenan because he's going to get one sooner or later. If Keenan doesn't start, do you know what? If Keenan does not start, I think I'll give one of the goals to Peppel, because it's good though, isn't it, to have this feeling of we've got a squad that plays for each other, which is fantastic. Clifton, whether you like Clifton or you don't, we know why Paul likes him. It's his energy, and he does give his all. But my prediction is 2-0 for the Mariners. I'm going to go, like I said again, I'm going to go for... I'd like Ryan to get one. But I'm going to go for Ryan Taylor, and I'm going to go for Peppel. Or possibly even, why not, a Luke Waterfall brace. There you go. But that's a good feeling that I can say that. Basically, I don't know. But to know what threats that we do have. It's so good. It's so good to see. So this is the preview. Do you prefer this to the head-to-head stuff? If you do, let me know down below, and I'll probably do more previews like this. I thought I'd change it up because we haven't got any sort of head-to-head information. So let me know what you think about this. If we do, I'll start talking through Paul's pre-match press conferences and give you more information like this, best way I can. Or do you want me to stick to the head-to-head stuff? Let me know down below. I'd really like to know from you guys what you guys prefer, because then I'll give you what you want. But get your game prediction down below for me. What do you think the score will be? What would your team be? And if you've got goal scorers, who would you have score the goals against Sutton? Safe journey to anyone that's travelling up or travelling over from Sutton. Looking forward to having the few of you that do come up. I know it's a longish trip to definitely come over to Grimsby. So, safe journey to anyone that from Sutton that travels up. But let me know what your prediction is, what your team would be, and if you've got scorers, who your goal scorers would be. Let me know down below. And that's this preview done, this time for Grimsby against Sutton. I'll be there tomorrow afternoon. If you do see me, please come and say hello. And give me your thoughts, and we'll have a chat and possibly even a beer. Who knows? Anyway, I will see you guys very soon for the Carabao Cup preview. That's what I want to know. How do you want me to do the Carabao Cup preview? Would you like me to do it like this? Or would you like me to do the head-to-head stuff between us and Nottingham Forest? So let me know down below how you want me to keep doing these previews. And in the meantime, guys, I'll see you in probably Sunday or Monday for the preview of the Nottingham Forest League Cup fixture. Stay safe out there. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.